Hi, evening. Am I audible? Hello.
Yeah, you are audible.
Yes, sure. Thank you. Thanks for that. Okay, sure. So let's get started. Okay, maybe others will join it. Yeah. So first, let me introduction about myself. Then after we can go one by one. Post that we can discuss today's demo section. Okay. So it will be first we'll discuss on like what is a data engineer. What is the work the data engineer will do in a day-to-day life? Okay, what are tools and technologies he should have knowledge so that he can work in that any project. After that, like what is Snowflake? Okay, and what are the features of Snowflake? And what is the course content that we will discuss in this particular course? How much time it will take and how we can cover? Okay, what is the lab practice session? All these details we can go one by one. Clear? Okay. So from my side, I'm Amar. Okay, so currently I was working as a data engineer. I have total of 8+ years of experience in this data engineering career. And before even this one also, I was in the teaching background itself. Okay, so altogether I have 12 years of experience in teaching, overall teaching. Okay. And it comes to my skill set, I have mainly a Snowflake Cloud Data Engineer. Apart from that, I do have knowledge in SQL, Apache Airflow, and DBT, and AWS. Okay, so fee services on AWS side. Clear. Okay. So this is what like a small intro about me. Okay. So we can go one by one. Okay. Just like what is your name currently? If you are working, what is like your domain you are working? These details are enough. Okay. We can go one by one. Maybe Anil. We can start.
Yeah, hi, I'm Anil. I have over 8 years experience in investment banking domain. So I'm looking for switch. I'm looking to switch into IT domain. So that is the intention.
Okay, okay, sure. So like means switching career from banking to IT you are looking as a
Yes,
data. Okay,
correct.
okay, okay. Sure. Next, Motorola. Sorry, what is your name? I didn't see. Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, this is Rama Akula. I have 4 years experience working DB and DB administrator. I want to change flow Snowflake developer.
Sorry, your name is Ram or something you told, and you have 4 years of experience in database administrator, correct?
Yes, Rama Akula.
Ah, okay, okay. In which domain? Sorry, in which this Oracle or MySQL PostgreSQL?
Oracle.
Oracle database.
I know SQL Server. I know basic knowledge in SQL Server.
Okay, okay, okay. Good to know that. Yeah.
Hi there, my name is Babu. Actually, I have total 7 years of experience in different technologies and tools. I'm an expert in Oracle PL SQL, and I have my experience in other tools like Oracle Apex, Application Express, and Oracle Business Intelligence, and then SQL Server and Power BI.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
working in Cognizant right now. I just want to change to Snowflake internally. So I just want to learn and complete the certification.
Okay. Okay. So clear. Good. Means you have pretty much knowledge on SQL and this data administrator side, and most of all the traditional data warehouses like Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle, PostgreSQL, all
Yeah,
this.
mostly on-premises data warehouse,
Yeah,
you can say.
on-premise data warehouses, you are pretty much knowledge. Okay. Good.
Yes.
Yeah. Next, anyone?
Yeah, this is Srini. Currently, I'm working as a Oracle DB with 4.5 years experience. I want to change to cloud. My aim is I want to become a data engineer. Uh,
Okay. Okay. That means you are also having knowledge on DB administrator, SQL, all
yes,
these activities,
yeah,
correct?
not SQL. Currently, I'm working on Oracle DB.
Oh, Oracle DB. Okay.
Both.
Okay. Okay.
rack and a standalone. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So next one.
Is yet to join. Is on his way actually.
Okay.
But you can start your demo, no problem.
Yeah, sure.
And the guy who had to join actually is having total 15 years of experience. Currently, he's working as a manager in Cognizant. He's also a PLSQL expert.
Okay. So we have completed Motorola Edge 40 and Anil, Babu, Rajarao, and Pavani.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
This is Pavani. So I have 1.5 year of experience in non-IT background. So
Okay.
now I want to IT side. I want to learn Snowflake.
Okay. Yeah. So Srini, I think we have completed Srini, correct?
Yeah, right. I have completed.
Yeah. Next, Swatik Day. I'm not sure who is.
Swastika De.
So Sistika Day. Sorry for the pronunciation. Okay. Yeah. Good to know. Okay.
Yeah, hi, Amar. This is Raju. This is Raj
Yeah.
Rao.
Yeah.
So actually, I'm into Oracle DB. Currently, working in TCS. Okay, I'm having around 8 years of experience, but I'm looking for only admin part in Snowflake.
Yeah. Raj. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, already discussed that you're one
Hmm.
of your colleagues, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I see. That also we'll discuss. Okay, I'll cover lastly on that part, like what is Snowflake admin background also. Clear? So that you can
No,
get.
I'm looking for complete admin instead of development and admin. Only looking for admin part.
That only. I'll clarify all your answers. Okay, how it is different with respect to Snowflake developer and Snowflake admin. Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah, we'll
thank you.
cover that part. Okay. Sure. I think we have covered almost all of you. Clear? Now we can get started. Yeah. Someone is asking any?
Yeah, no, nothing. You can
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
proceed.
Go ahead. Sure. Thanks. Okay. So let me share my screen. Okay. So before directly jumping into Snowflake, okay, so to discuss all this one, okay. So first we'll talk about a few details, clear? Okay. So that is what is data engineer. Okay, like what all is like this person will do all these things, okay. And next one is what is database, what is data warehouse, clear? Okay. Then after that, what is ETL, or you can call it as ELT process. Okay. Then what is OL, TP, and OL AP? Okay. So first we'll discuss about this one. Okay. Or next, what is you can say? Okay. What is traditional and cloud data warehouses? Okay. So like, what is the drawbacks? All these details we can discuss. Okay. So this is what we'll discuss one by one. Okay. So first we'll discuss like why we need data engineers. What does it data engineer will do? We'll discuss. Clear? First thing. So see, what is the main role and responsibility of data engineer, or why we need data engineers? What is the requirement?
To maintain the huge amount of data in securely,
Okay.
they need to transfer the data to requested team.
Okay. Why we need to convert the data or to process the data?
So you can see the huge MNC companies like currently like Flipkart. The data we need to protect and
Okay.
So actually, if you have a data in raw format,
Huh.
if you want to reuse it, you have to format the data. For that, we will store the data in a good way, like in tables, and based upon the tables or other data objects, we will create one schema and based upon the schema, we will build the data warehouse, which is good data format according to um, the, uh, the environment.
Okay. First, my question is like, why we need to process the data? That is my first question. Okay. No, see, it's a simple thing only, but it may be asking in a different way. Okay. No, see, any business has to run, correct? Okay. Maybe any business you take, like TCS or any organization you take. Okay. So they wanted to run their business. Okay. But simply they cannot run it, correct? They should have control on all these things, like what is my business, how my sales are growing, all these details they have to know. Correct. For that, what they need? Okay, so they need the data. Okay, so whatever data it is there on the data or what is happening on my business, I should be having a visual chart kind of thing. Okay, so simple. If I take any example kind of thing, let's say TCS. Okay, so from the last 1 year, 4 quarters, what is the growth of my TCS business? Simple. Okay, so if I want to build any bar chart or pie chart, whatever it is, first what I need? Okay, I need data or not? Let's say like 2024 we have 4 quarters are there. Okay, so what is the quarter 1 like profit I got, how much total income, how much revenue it is there. Okay, so like this. So first I need to get the data. Okay, so if data is available, then I can build any report. Okay, so whatever the way I want, I can use the data according to my requirement. Okay, you can use it as a data lake or data product or data mesh, or it can be input to your machine learning algorithm, or you can build a Power BI reports on that one. Whatever it is there, you can do that one. Okay, so for that, first what you have to do, you need to process the data. Okay, because why we are processing the data is because business people need the data. They want to get the insights of their business. Okay, or they want to analyze their business in the form of data, correct? Okay, maybe Power BI reports or whatever it is, charts or whatever it is. So for that, we need to process their data. Okay, so processing data, we need data engineers. Okay, so what does a data engineer will do? He will extract the data, he will apply transformations, he will finally load the data. Okay, then he can create the views, he can create the Power BI reports. Okay, so all these sort of actions that he will do, he will build a pipeline, he will optimize the pipeline cost, all these details day to day, he will maintain all the data, all these things. Okay, so that is what the like day to day activities of an data engineer will come. Are you getting? Okay, so that is what the simple data engineer work. Okay, so to build a robust pipelines for extracting, transforming, and loading the data, and to create any visualization reports so that business stakeholders can access the data and they can draw some conclusions or business decisions by using that data. Okay, so for that we need data engineers to do all these activities. Clear? So that was a simple meaning of a data engineer. Okay, whatever it is. It can be any data engineer, Azure data engineer, Snowflake data engineer, or like anything. Okay, Google data engineer. Okay, so anything. Okay, so mainly this is what the activities they have to do. Clear? Next is database. Okay, what is database? Okay, so database is a place where you can store your data. Clear? Okay, so simply you take MySQL or Oracle or PostgreSQL, anything you take. Okay, so these are called the databases where data is in the like normalized form. Okay, we have different tables are there. Okay, so set of tables are there. All these details that you will get. Clear? Okay, so the data modeling will be there. Everything will comes up there. Dimensions tables, fact tables. Then you'll get all the transaction data, whatever it is. So front end you have the business app. Okay, that is a SAP or whatever you can call. Okay, or if I want to give a simple example, take any Reliance store. Okay, Reliance Fresh. Okay, so you are a customer. You are going to Reliance store. You are purchasing some products. Correct? Okay, like you are a customer, you have some customer ID will be there. Then on your customer ID, you have phone number. Okay, so they will collect that details also. Okay, then what are products that you have purchased? Let's say milk packet, bed with some vegetables. Okay, some other groceries. Okay, then what is the total bill amount? How much discount you have received? Okay, what is the price of each product? So if you do a single transaction, these many number of details that you are providing indirectly to that particular transaction. Clear? So every day night, what happens from that application? Okay, so like that is called SAP or whatever that application. So over a night, let's say morning 9 a.m. if the store is open, by night 10 p.m. it will close. Correct? after 10 p.m. Okay, so they will have some time will be there. Okay, and maybe night 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. 1 a.m. At the time, they will first extract data by connecting to that app or that application. Then that data they will store it in any database. From there, we are pulling into data warehouse. Okay, so these are the 3 steps process that you will get. Okay, so that is the data if you are receiving from any business application. Okay, like first business application, then after database, from there the database to again data warehouse. Clear? Then sometimes you can get data from the web also, like any internet you can connect, you can use any Python script or you connect any APIs, those details will be there. Clear? Okay, so then you can extract the data. 1 second. Okay, okay. Clear? Okay, so that is what the data will be there first. Okay, so database is nothing but a place where you can store your data. Okay, but in database, okay, so you can store your data up to like 1 or 2 days thing only. You cannot store historical data here. Okay, so historical data where you will store? You will store historical data in a data warehouse. Clear? Okay, so that's why in a database level you have the OLTP process. Okay, online transaction. Okay, online transaction process will be there. Whereas data warehouse, you will get the online analytical process. Clear? Okay, so that is what the main difference that you will get. Okay, and on this data warehouse, okay, you will apply all these your analytical operations like arithmetic operations, joining number of tables. Okay, so and finally creating the views and pulling data through views to your Power BI reports. Okay, so that is what data warehouse you will get. Okay, so here you have all your historical data. Okay, so historical data means like from last 1 day to till it can be any 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is. Data you want to keep, you can keep in the data warehouse. Clear? Okay. Next is ETL or ELT process. Okay, ETL or ELT nothing but E means extraction, T means transferring, transformations, whatever you are applying. Loading means L means loading. Finally, data you load into final layer. Okay, clear. So that is what you will get. Okay, so nothing but a ETL process or ETL developer, whatever it is, that is what the main thing or main roles or the 3 steps that you will apply on this data process. Clear? Okay. Then next you will get the like traditional data warehouses and cloud data warehouses. The difference anyway we'll discuss. What is the drawback? Clear? Okay. Or why we are nowadays cloud data warehouses becoming very popular, that we will discuss. Clear? Okay. Any questions as of now? Any doubts or any clarification?
So here ETL and ELT evolve, transform, and load. Which process will be used in Snowflake? ELT or ETL?
Now see. So first what we will do, okay, suppose if the data you are directly extracting, okay, then first we'll load the, we'll extract the data and we'll load the data into Snowflake data warehouse. Okay, there after that we'll apply transformations. Okay, clear. So extraction, then loading into Snowflake, then after applying the transformations, ELT process will follow.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions?
No, you can proceed.
Yeah, okay, sure. So that is what you will now tell me, as in this class. Okay, we have more Snowflake Oracle administrators or the DB admins. Okay, now see what are the like challenges that you are facing with this current database or traditional data warehouses like Oracle you can take, or you can take Microsoft SQL Server. Okay, or sometimes PostgreSQL, MySQL also they will call it as the data warehouses. Okay, now tell me what are the challenges that you are facing now.
Major challenges means Oracle, coming to the Oracle database, the cost is very high. If you want to raise the query to the Oracle thing, I mean, what it is, to if you got the P1 tickets like that, if you want to help from the Oracle team, we need to raise the ticket. Na? It will very high cost. That will affect
Okay.
the client also. Yeah.
Okay.
But we need
Now
to
see.
work on the ships. That is the major issue.
Yes. Okay. Now see. So if I take any traditional data warehouses, as I mentioned, like Oracle data warehouse, or Microsoft SQL, or all these things. Okay. So what are the set of peoples we have? First, admin will be there or not? Okay. Administrator, admin, whatever it is. Clear? Okay. Then after, network people will be there or not? Okay. Clear. Then after, what we have, like who are working on this Oracle, like Oracle, any SQL developers or Oracle developer, those people's anyway it will be there. Okay. Now you have to take care of security also or not? Clear? Okay. Then see, suppose if I need additional storage space, then what you guys are doing?
To raise the ticket to line extension.
Correct. Okay. So what you have to do, that means if I need extra space or extra storage, okay, then what you are doing? Okay. So first you have to raise the ticket. Before that, what you have to do? You have to do the estimation or not, like how much extra storage space I need. Correct.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So you have to first do the estimation. Then after that, you need to raise an indent. Okay. So talk with the business people, then get that extra storage space. Okay. Then after that, you need to provide. Okay. Now you tell me how much time it will take.
At least 3 to 4 days.
Correct? Okay. And one more thing, suppose let's say software updations are there. Okay. So how much time it will take to update any software? Let's say any, whatever it is. Okay. Maybe Windows OS system or whatever it is. Okay. So at that time, what is your work you are doing?
You mean versions
Yeah,
1950?
versions.
It is the biggest task. Customers doesn't interested to move the new versions.
Correct. Okay. Let's say Microsoft, you are using suppose Windows 7, then suddenly Microsoft came and from here to next coming 6 months. Okay. After 6 months, we will stopping Windows 7. Okay. Better shift it to latest version. Then what you have to do immediately on all your systems, you have to do that OS upgradation or not.
Yeah.
Correct. Or
Yes.
any remaining softwares also. Okay. Any softwares, whatever you are using, you have to always move to the latest shift. Okay. Because to get the all the security clearances, correct? Okay. Or to have up to mark of security side. That is the one more biggest task, correct?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Now see. And one more thing is, see, all these traditional data warehouses, they are incapable of process large amount of data, like 10 TB of the data, okay, or streaming data. Okay. Batch data, maybe they can process, but if I want to process a streaming data, that is real-time data. Okay, so you should have at least a lag difference of maybe 1 hour or 2 hours of data will be there. Okay, suppose if I take a stock market, for example, okay, so for every each and microseconds also the price of stock will change, correct? Okay, if I want to process that real-time data by using any Oracle or SQL server, okay, so I cannot get that real-time data exactly. There should be any lag, maybe 1 hour or 2 hours kind of thing. Okay, so they are incapable of processing the real-time data or streaming data. And one more thing is they are incapable of processing huge amount of data and the variety of data also. Let's say semi-structured data, images, files, videos, all this data. Correct? Okay. And one more thing is, say, suppose you estimated nowadays like 100 GB or extra, you have purchased 500 GB of data. Okay. But suddenly your data got decreased. Okay. Like you are getting only data up to 100 GB. Remaining 400 GB will be like, it will be keep on empty, correct? Like, correct? You are not using, you did the estimation, but your estimation something went wrong. Okay. So, but you have already purchased the memory. Okay. So it is waste or not because you are not utilizing that one. Correct? Okay, now see, all these are drawbacks, okay, that you can over simply by using cloud data warehouses. Okay, you no need to maintain any software updation. Okay, if you want extra memory, within fraction of seconds, it is available on the fly demand. And if you want to process large amount of data, you need more compute power. Instead of one computer, I need 10 computers. whenever the users demand will be there. So that is accessible. Okay. So you can have scalability will be there, elasticity will be there, security will be there, easy of accessing will be there, no hardware maintenance. Okay. So up to date, you will get the software, this everything, all the security security, you can get better security. All these, what are limitations or drawbacks are there on the traditional data warehouses? Those we can over by using cloud data warehouses. Okay. Now, see, if I want to set up a traditional data warehouse, or suppose a Oracle data warehouse or Oracle database, okay, at least it will take 2 to 3 months of time for initial starting. But whereas if I shift it to cloud, okay, within 5 minutes you can set up your data warehouse. Within 5 minutes, just create a Snowflake account, provide your credit card details, then you can start use that Snowflake account as your data warehouse. And one more thing is, it is like a pay and use kind of thing. So how much data you are storing and how much compute power you are using, like number of queries you are running. Based on these two only, you will get the credit bill. Clear? Okay. So whenever you are not using, then you will not be charged. That is what another advantage in the cloud data warehouses. Okay. That's why nowadays all people like they are shifting their business data to cloud data warehouses. Because easy of access, okay, and all these advantages. Clear? Or any doubts? Okay. Now see, we'll discuss this one. Okay. So what is simple thing? Is my PPT visible?
Yeah, visible.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Okay. Now we'll discuss same thing here. Okay. Now see, so like why we need data engineer, we already told. Okay, so to process the data. Okay, so why we need to process the data? Because business people need the data. Okay, so that on their business data they can find some analytical operations. They can build some Power BI reports so that some business decisions or how the business growing, all these details or conclusions they can draw from that one. That's why we need data engineers to process the data, to build pipelines, to extract data, applying transformations, building any reports. Okay, so we need data engineers. Okay, so that is what the simple thing. Okay. Now see, who can become a data engineer? Okay, so like minimum skills are required to become a data engineer are like any database management. That means like simply what is table, what is view. Okay, so this sort of knowledge we said we required. Okay, as initial step or basic knowledge. Then any this data warehouse. That means we are discussing in our case Snowflake data warehouse. Okay. Bit of SQL knowledge. Okay. Like what is SQL query, how to write a SQL query, what is SQL syntax, what is DDL commands, what is DML commands, TCL commands. Okay. What is group by function, joins, aggregate functions. All these some pretty much some basic knowledge and SQL also required. Python not mandatory. It depends from project to project. Okay. If you're having Python knowledge, add advantage. Even if you don't know, like it is not a mandatory kind of thing. Okay. No, see, this is what like a data architecture or data engineering pipeline on a overall level it will look like. Okay, so on the left side you have data sources. Okay, so your data sources, it depends based on your project. It can have one data source, it can have multiple data sources, all these things. Okay, that means data can come from IoT devices, okay, databases, or it can come from the files, or data can be you can pull from any legacy systems, that is from SFTP server, all these things, or you can pull from any application. Okay, like a Swiggy app, Zomato app, or all these things. Okay, and any web services. Okay, so you can extract any web data also. Clear? Then what are data that you are extracted? Okay, so you are processing the data. Okay, that means applying transformations, designing data modeling, converting data into dimensions tables, fact tables, aggregated tables, creating views. Okay, all these actions that you are doing. Then what are data that you have processed? Okay, that you are storing in some place. Okay, then that data you can use it as a maybe data product or data mesh, or you can use the data as input to a AI model or ML model. All these things you can do. Or else if you want to use the data for reporting, any reporting purposes, okay, so you can build any report on that one. Or you can share the data to any of your third-party business people. Let's say if you are tie up with any other third party business people, okay, if they want to consume your data, okay, then you can share your data. Clear? So this is what in and all together like a data engineer process will go. Clear? Okay. Then this is like a main difference between a database and data warehouse. Okay, like a easy of doing and parameters kind of thing if you take. So database is for recording a data, okay, whereas data warehouse is for analyzing the data. Okay, so on database you will get the like OLTP, that is online transaction process. If I want to give simple example, okay, what is transaction means? Okay, let's say simple, if you are going to any ATM, you have inserted your ATM card, entered PIN, and some amount we have withdrawn. Then within fraction of seconds, you will get a message alert, correct? Okay, so and so place, so and so ATM, we have withdrawn this much amount of time. That is simply a transaction. Okay, that will be there on the database level. Okay, now whatever transaction that you have done on the day, okay, over a night or after one day, that particular transaction will be go to data warehouse. Okay, then if I ask my bank account, okay, let's say give me last 5 years of my bank statement. Okay, so in database you will not get that much historical data. In data warehouse you can get. Okay, so that they will connect it to their data warehouse. Okay, then by providing your account number, all these details, you can accept all the transactions that have happened on the last 5 years on your account. Clear? Okay, so that is how you will get. Okay, then on the database you can have multiple number of users. Okay, because it is application. Okay, whereas on the data warehouse it is limited number of users will get. Okay, so this is for small transaction and this for complex analysis you will get. Clear? Okay. And like real-time detailed data, and it is summarized historical data that you will get. That is what the main difference of database and data warehouse you will get. Okay. Then see, like what is the traditional data warehouses and cloud data warehouses. Okay, if I want to maintain any traditional, okay, then see data storage you have to take care. Okay, data structure, that means whether you are processing structured data, semi-structured data, or unstructured data. Then upfront cost, okay, ongoing cost, performance, flexibility, scalability, security. Okay, so if I take all these parameters, okay, so these are all these parameters, they are drawbacks or you can say limitations if I use any traditional data warehouse like IBM DB2, Oracle, or Microsoft SQL Server or PostgreSQL. But all these limitations are drawbacks that we can overcome if I use any cloud data warehouse. Okay, so what are cloud data warehouses? It can be Amazon Redshift, or it can be a BigQuery, or Snowflake, or it can be Azure Synaptics also. Okay, at present in market, we have only these 4 cloud data warehouses. Okay, clear. Now we'll come to Snowflake. Okay, like what is Snowflake? What all the features it has, that we will discuss. Okay. Now see, what is simple Snowflake? It is a cloud native and a data platform, and it is as a SaaS product. Okay, simply see what you are getting. Snowflake is a fully managed SaaS product, that is software as a service kind of thing. Okay. So that provides a single platform for data warehouse, data lake, data engineering, science, and all these applications. Okay, so where Snowflake is offering these features like separation of storage and compute. Okay, then on the fly scalable compute to power or data storage, data sharing, data cloning, and easy connecting to the third party tools. Okay, so to handle the demand of ongoing enterprises data. Simply, it's like a piece of software kind of thing where you can log into that particular Snowflake account, then you can use it. Then you can use the Snowflake as based on your requirement. Okay, as mentioned, any data engineering application, data lake, or data science application, anything. Clear? Oh,
I have a
yeah.
question here.
Yeah, sure.
So if Oracle is a database and Oracle Exadata is a data warehouse, and at the same time SQL Server is a database, and SSAS is a data warehouse. In this case, in this case of Snowflake, what is the database here, and if the Snowflake is data warehouse?
See, it depends. Okay, so now see, as you mentioned, I can use Microsoft SQL Server or Oracle as a database and data warehouse also, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, it depends. Okay, let's say if my business data is very small, okay, so instead of again shifting to the Snowflake or any cloud data warehouse, you can keep in the there itself. Okay, there only you can analyze. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if I give simple example, in one of my project, okay, my database is Oracle, my data warehouse is Microsoft SQL Server. Are
Okay.
you getting?
Yeah.
So daily what happens? And to the Oracle, first where you are getting from the application first. Okay, like a front-end Snap application, SAP application, is that correct? Okay, so
Yeah, but
first they will extract data from there and put it in Oracle database, and from Oracle to I am getting into Microsoft SQL Server. In this case, Oracle is a database. SQL Server is a data warehouse. First question. Second question, to answer your question, see, Snowflake cannot be a database. Snowflake mandate itself, it is a data warehouse.
yeah.
Okay, you cannot use Snowflake as a database. Okay, clear. So Snowflake is a data warehouse, cloud data warehouse. Okay, now if Snowflake is a data warehouse, then what is my database? It can be
Yeah.
anything. It can be Oracle, it can be Microsoft SQL Server, or it can be PostgreSQL, whatever your database, it will be there. Getting?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got it.
that's it. So what you will do, you can write any Python code, or you can use any ETL tool, okay, like Material Informatica or these things. Then you can connect it to your database. Okay, so in this case, maybe SQL Server, Microsoft MySQL or PostgreSQL or Oracle. Then that ETL tool will extract the data, and on either this side, it will load data into Snowflake. Then in the Snowflake, you will apply all your transformation logic, joining tables, okay, building the views, all these details. Got it?
Got it. Yeah. Thank you.
So from project to project, it will change. Okay, based on the business, I mean, the client to what they are using as a database. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now see, this is what the Snowflake architecture that you will get. Okay, so Snowflake is called as like a multi-clustered shared data architecture. Okay, which is a hybrid architecture that we can call. Okay, if you take any traditional data warehouses, there can be either a shared disk architecture or shared nothing architecture. In both of them, we have the limitations are there. Okay, but here you'll get multi-clustered shared data architecture. Okay, so which is hybrid architecture that you will get. Okay, then here mainly we have three layers are there. Okay, one is data storage layer, second is query processing layer, third is called cloud service layer. Okay, so in data storage layer, data will be stored in this databases or in this layer. Okay, so data will be stored in a such a manner, it should be stored in a compressed format and compressed column format, so that the size of data stored will be very less. So the data storage cost is less. That is how the Snowflake backend algorithms will work. Clear? Okay, so this is what the data storage layer, or you can call it as a remote storage layer. Okay, and the intermediate or middle layer you can call query processing layer, where all your compute actions will take place in this layer. Okay, let's say if I run any SQL query, okay, or if I running a SQL which is having some joins, aggregate functions, all these things. To process the data, you need compute power, correct? That means you need RAM capacity. Okay, now that computer is nothing but will place here. Okay, or all those actions will happen in this intermediate layer. Okay, then top of layer, or it is called as a cloud service layer, okay, which is also known as brain of a Snowflake. Okay, then it will take care of all your remaining activities like authentication, access control, infrastructure management, software upgradation, network security, metadata management, users roles. All these actions or all these details will be taken care in this cloud service layer. Okay, then how these layers will interact. Okay, let's say if I give simple example, you are running any SQL query. Let's say select star from some employees table, so and so, or sales table. Then first that query will be submitted to this query cloud service layer. Okay, if it is needed any query optimizer, okay, that will be taken. Okay, first it will authenticate whether user is having access on the table or not. Okay, and query optimization will happen. After that, that query will be submitted to virtual warehouse layer. Okay, virtual warehouse is nothing but a simple piece of computer. Understand? Virtual warehouse is nothing but simple piece of computer. But why you are calling it as a virtual warehouse means it is located as somewhere. Let's say the computer is located in London, but I am using that computer by internet. Okay, that's why it is called virtual warehouse. It is simple computer only. It is a PC which is having some 500 GB hard disk and some 16 GB RAM, whatever it is. Based on the whatever size of warehouse you are creating, the configuration of that PC will change. That's it. Okay, so whenever I am submitting a query, okay, so it will go to next step of virtual warehouse layer. Then it will check to process that query whether data is available on the local computer or not, on that local storage disk. If data is there, it will process here itself. If data is not there, it will connect it to remote storage layer or data storage layer. Then it will pick data from this layer. Then it will keep inside this local disk. Then it will process the SQL query. Again, results will be given to cloud service layer. And from there, it will come to your UI screen, front end screen. Clear? Okay, so this is how all these three layers will interact one to other. Okay, even the at a time 100 number of users or 1000 numbers of users are querying the data from the same table, still data is available to all the users. There is no any data locking period. Okay.
So even if you are doing any transaction also, so will there be any impact like locking or something?
That is what I'm saying. So what is the Snowflake? Snowflake is a database or data warehouse.
Data warehouse.
Correct. Okay. Where you will write the data
Got it.
in a
Yeah.
database level, correct? Not on a data warehouse.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. That means
So
that's why.
while the querying, there will be no lock, and anyway we are going to store in the on the database, so no
So that
problem.
is, I'll give simple example. Let's say you are a customer. Okay. So like, let's say you are a Geo customer. Okay. Clear. Then you have registered Geo fiber, like let's say 100 Mbps. Then your package is 1500. Okay. Now next you have changed your plan to some 2000. Okay. Which is a 500 Mbps speed. Okay. Now first where this process will happen, this changing from one plan to other plan on a database level, correct?
Yes.
Or on
Yes.
application. Let's say in your Geo app, you will do that transaction, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So from there on next day or after some time, it will come to data warehouse, correct?
Yeah.
At that time, we will process the data. Clear? Even though when you're processing the data, like whatever changes that are happening, like updating your subscription model, all these things. If at the same time, if the users are querying data from the table, okay, there is no any lock period.
So the data will flow near real time, not the real time.
Yeah,
You think.
yes. I mean to say like 1 day gap, okay, because we have to process from database to data warehouse, correct? That will happen on a overnight.
Yeah. Refresh.
Refreshing data, correct?
Yeah.
If it is streaming data, continuously it will happen. Okay, maybe a gap of maybe half an hour or 30 minutes or whatever it is. If it is streaming data, continuously will process your data. You will extract, you will apply transformations, you will load the data, and that whatever reports are that you are seeing, it is happening. Okay.
Yeah.
But if it is like a batch kind of data, then it will happens like once in a day or twice in a day like that.
Yeah. What happens in the case of very real time, like data streaming?
That streaming data, it is possible. We can process that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Still, I mean, not 100%. I mean, exact this one, a little gap of like a time delay will be there. Maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes, depends.
Near real time. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's what. So that is called streaming data. Okay. And if I want to give simple streaming data example, okay. So next like Monday, you open any one of you open any this app, okay, or any stock market, okay. Let's say RVNL share price. Okay. So if I open like this, then you can see here. Okay. So whenever prices got changed on the stock market, immediately here also it will change or not. Then see. Okay. 1035, this is the price. Okay. So 1040, this is the price. 1055, 50, this is the price. And here 1035, this is the price. Okay. That means this chart is built on the streaming data. So if I want to build this chart, what I need, first I have to connect it to any application, correct? Or stock market or whatever it is. Then you need to bring the data, you need to process, extract the data corresponding to this particular stock. Then you need to load the data into table. Then you need to pull the data into any reporting. Then you need to build this chart. Correct? Okay, so this is how it will happen, all these details. Okay. Or if I want to give simple another kind of streaming example, okay. Let's say if you're watching any audio function, okay, like recent any audio function, YouTube live streaming, it will give, correct? Okay. Then on the YouTube, like on the exactly below, if you see currently how many number of users are watching that function, there you'll get some number. Okay, like 10 million people or 15K subscribers, these metrics, correct? How they are getting that one? How they are populating that metric, correct? Okay, so because they will calculate how many users are logged in, all these details. Okay, then they will they will calculate that metric, and that metric will be populated to UI screen.
Okay.
Got it? Yeah. So that is a streaming kind of example data that you will get. Okay. Then these are the like main advantages of or features of Snowflake we can call. Clear. Okay. Like simply, like it is a decoupled storage and coupling this compute layer. That is what we already seen, correct? Okay. Then auto resume, auto suspend, and auto scale mode. That means whenever requirement will be there, okay, then we can have the more compute power. Let's say number of computers will increase. Whenever don't want, you shut down that one. And auto scaling, okay. So based on the number of users, if it is increasing, another computer will spin up and the new queries will be diverted to that computer so that no users will be underweighting. And once users are done their query, if there is no workload, they will shut down automatically. Okay, like demand and supply kind of thing. Okay, then Snowflake administration, all the activities like maintenance, security, software updation, no hardware maintenance, everything will be taken care by Snowflake. Okay, and it is cloud based, no on-premise you will get. Okay, data exchange, you can exchange your data with any of your third-party people. Time traveling, okay, so cloning and replications. Okay, you can integrate Snowflake account to any third-party tool. Okay, like Matillion, DBT, AWS, Azure, GCP, you can connect it to any of these third-party tools. Okay, then security features and Snowflake pricing on demand, like how much you are using, same amount you are paying. Clear?
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
So in my project, we are using SQL Server right now, and our counterpart from Deloitte, they are using Snowflake. They are Snowflake developers. We have access, but my client asked us to name some tables which are required to store in the Snowflake cloud. But he said at the same time, he said like not the large tables, because every time he's mentioning like computing cost. Computing cost will be high. What is the computing cost? Will it vary according to the tables and size?
Compute cost means I'll tell you. See, okay. Suppose say I have a table, okay, like sales table is there, which is that the size of the table is 10 TB or 1 TB. For some example, take 1 TB. Okay, then I am writing a query, or let's say I am running a view. Okay, so in that particular view, I am joining 3 or 4 tables. Okay, I have applied where conditions, filter conditions. I have applying group by conditions and aggregate functions, and I am applying some case statement. All the SQL transformations that I am using. Okay, then that view or the definition of view or whatever the SQL query is there, it is very complex SQL query. And the data that the view using from those tables, okay, assume it is a some large size tables, okay. Then if I once started running that query, okay, let's assume the query is taking a 5 minutes of time, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Then for that 5 minutes, how much amount of billing that you are getting? That is known as the compute cost.
Okay.
Okay. Now see, if the size of table is large, okay, and the complexity of SQL query is high, Okay, you are applying all the join conditions, filter, all aggregate functions, everything you are using. Okay, then the query will take more amount of time or not?
Yeah.
Then automatically compute cost is high or not?
So you're saying like based upon the logical reads and cost and cardinality.
So for that, what you have to do is, okay, first you need to optimize your SQL query. What are SQL query optimization techniques are there? Like instead of distant, you have to use select. Okay,
Yeah.
like avoid the union, or instead of union all you can use. Okay, apply the filter conditions on large table. Let's say if I have a table with size 10 TB. Okay, so but if you want only some amount of data portion, let's say I want data for last 6 months, then pass the date parameter where transaction data or this date is equal to so and so date range. Okay, so unlike this, so what are SQL optimization techniques are there? You need to use those techniques. First point. What is second way of doing optimization is, okay, whatever a Snowflake table is there. Okay, so by default, Snowflake will create micro partitions that we will discuss. Like what is advantage of micro partition. Second thing is on the Snowflake you can apply the this clustering. So that similar kind of data it will group it to some place. Okay, so that again you can reduce the SQL query runtime. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so by using these techniques, you can optimize the SQL query so that your compute cost will come down. Okay? Clear. So that is what the SQL techniques, Snowflake techniques that we can apply. Snowflake features. Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is what like growth of data engineer jobs. Okay, anyway, you can read it in the internet also. Okay, no need to mention. Okay. And this is what the Snowflake like journey has started. Okay, so they have built upon like 2012. Okay, so where Snowflake was found. Then their first Snowflake account has deployed to AWS on 14. Okay, so whenever you are creating any Snowflake account, you need to deploy the Snowflake account to any of these three cloud services like AWS or GCP or Azure. Okay, so in 14 they have deployed Snowflake into AWS, then after to the Azure, then after 19 they have deployed to GCP. Okay, then see Snowflake always in the background, Snowflake team will work on the optimization techniques or new features. Okay, so they will gather their requirements from their customers. Okay, so I need so and so feature, I need so and so this one, I need this kind of thing, I need this kind of thing. So they will gather their requirements, they will list down the top priorities, and they will work on those features. Okay, that's why every quarter, like every 6 months, they'll come up with the new features. Okay, whenever they have developed that new feature, they will put it in some data domain or public view. Okay, then they will get that reviews. Okay, any drawbacks are that one. Once it is all things are done, they will add that features to all the Snowflake accounts. So by default, you will get, okay, you don't need to update your software, all these things. Snowflake, by default, it will apply to those accounts. Okay, so continuously the team is working on the new features or optimizing those techniques. Okay. Yeah. And then this is what like growth of all these companies that anyway you can see anywhere. Okay, so that you can get clear. So any queries? Now before that one, see, I'll discuss these topics. Okay, now see. So this is what Snowflake syllabus that you're going to discuss. Clear, like what is introduction of Snowflake architecture, how to create a free trial account, then going over through of Snowflake UI screen, that is user interface, how you can navigate to databases, schemas, okay, so query monitoring, optimization, admin, different roles, warehouses, SQL worksheet, Python worksheet, all these details we'll discuss. Then who are from the this data engineer background, that means they don't have knowledge on SQL at least. Okay, so for them, we'll take 2 or 3 classes on the SQL. Okay, so here we'll cover like what is SQL, how to write a SQL query. All these details we can discuss in 2 or 3 classes. Then after each technique, each Snowflake will, this topic will discuss like data loading, how to connect it to AWS or GCP. All these topics we'll discuss one by one. Clear? Okay. Then when it comes to the this one, these are the topics that we'll cover, and lastly we'll discuss one sample kind of project. Okay, which is like similar to the real-time project. Okay, so some sample data on that one we'll create this what is like a real-time data engineering kind of project by using all the features what we have learned here. Okay.
So I have a question.
Mhm.
The 15th one, day 13, Snowflake
Mhm.
store procedure. So at what extent we need to focus on this area in real time? Suppose if I got a project. So is it like exactly the Oracle procedure or SQL Server store procedure?
No, see, if I know how to write a store procedure in SQL, okay, 95% it will be same in the Snowflake.
Yeah.
Same thing only. There is no any difference.
But
Okay.
the
But
difficulty,
according to Snowflake, how you need to tweak that we can discuss.
yeah, but my suspect, like my doubt is in legacy technologies like PL/SQL or T-SQL, the concept of store procedure is like it's based upon so many things, collections and performance tuning, and the coding will be huge, right?
Now see, that is what I'm saying. Okay, so like if you take a simple SQL store procedure, tell me what you will do. First, you will create a procedure, then some input parameters you will take. Any variables, if you want to declare, you will declare it, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Then after that, whatever process that if you want to perform, okay, so that you will do it, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
After that, what you will do? Okay. Then if you want to get that results, that you will do. Okay, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and that results you can use anywhere. Whatever, suppose if you want to get that output and if you want to use it anywhere, you can use that. That's it, simple, correct? So here also same thing. If you want to if you want to take any inputs to the store procedure, you can take it. You can declare any variables and you can define your logic. Okay, then you can end your Snowflake procedure. That's it, simple.
So there will be no exception handling.
Exception, try and catch block you can put. Okay, you can put any exceptions, anything, whatever if you want. All these details.
Okay.
Yeah. Clear?
Yeah.
Any other queries?
Hi, this is Swastika. Sorry, I missed the first part of your session. So I just wanted to ask you, how much of this has been covered in the Snowpro code certification? I need that. That is the reason I'm here. So I have a client, and I need to get that certification ASAP. So how much of this is covered in that?
Okay. So you are looking mainly for a Snowflake Pro Core certification.
Yeah, the core, the foundation. I'm going to work for the Ministry of Justice here, so they have a very strict procedure. Only certified Snowflake with British. So yeah, or certified people can work on that. So that's the reason.
Acha. Okay. Now see, for that, okay, so mainly see, first if I want to discuss on that pro certification, the exam will consist of 100 questions. Okay, I have
Yes,
completed the
okay.
certification. Okay, exam will be 100 questions. And to pass that exam, you need to get 80% of questions to be answered, correct.
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, previously, I think 3 years back, it was around some 75 or 70 only pass percentage. Now they have increased it to 80. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is one thing. Second thing is, see, to pass that examination or any one of you guys, okay, because you are anyway learning the course, I suggest you all of do the certification because companies will provide you that cost also. Initially, you have to pay. So maybe certification cost is around 18K, 18,000. Okay. So if your company is providing like a reimbursement, if you can put, my suggestion is do the complete the certification because it will add advantage to your resume. Okay. And second thing is, see, what are topics that you are discussing here? Okay, so on this one, most of the questions that you will get. Okay, but remember, the course is different and preparing of only to that particular examination, it will be different. Okay, so if you are mainly towards lineage on the procedure on the completing the certification, okay, I'll send you one link. Okay, it is a web user link only. Anybody can access that link. There you will get the dump of questions. Let's say around some 800 or 600 questions are there. Okay, so those questions are nothing but on the Snowflake topics only. Okay, most of 80% or 90% of questions on these topics what we are discussing. Okay, but you should be prepare those questions. those 600 or 800 questions, because in your exam, same questions you will get. Okay, so take that link, okay, go and everywhere practice those questions. Okay, so by end of this course completion, if you practice all those 600 questions, okay, so immediately you are in a position to take that exam.
Okay.
Without any fail. Yeah,
Hope so.
I can give that guarantee, but provided that you have practiced all those 600 questions. Okay, so but just by listening my classes without practicing those questions, if you go exam, I'll definitely damn sure you will not pass. Okay, because that is what I'm saying. Preparing a competitive exam is different, correct? Preparing theoretical, it is different, and the competitive exam, it is different. Okay, where you need to choose answer on the out of 4 options. It may be confused between 2 options like that. That's why if you prepare those 600 questions, but to answer, at least to understand those questions, first you need knowledge, correct? So where you can get that knowledge by listening to these sessions or this Snow course, what a Snowflake course we are discussing. Okay. Clear?
So it goes simultaneously. So what
Yes, that is what I'm saying. Okay, let's say suppose from Monday onwards our regular classes will begin. Okay, then to complete this course, it will take around some 25 to 30 hours. Okay, because weekly we are getting only 5 hours. That means around like 1.5 month time it will take. So parallelly same thing. Okay, so whenever topic is completed, okay, or 1 or 2 topics got completed, you go to that 800 questions link what I will provide it to you. Okay, on the topic, how many questions are there? Try to practice all those questions. Okay, so that in this 1.5 month, you have to practice all the 600 questions at least 3 or 4 times. Then I will damn sure you will pass the test.
Okay.
Clear?
Cool.
Yeah. Any other doubts or queries? I think Raj or someone he has left. Okay, anyway.
Okay, cool then. Thank you so much for your time. We'll speak soon. So
Yeah,
when you
sure,
are
sure.
intending to start your class?
Regular classes will start from Monday onwards.
So what is the time that you are?
It will be from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. IST.
Cool.
Yeah.
So 9 o'clock in
Yeah.
your
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
9 p.m. to 10 p.m. IST, Indian Standard Times.
So if I have access to the partner Snowflake account, like the community, the learning platform.
Yes. Okay.
So if I have doubt somewhere, will you help me in that also? Like I'm talking about only for the Snow Pro course. So I started the course, I started the learning path because I have to get that. Yes, I know it's not like a magic thing, but it's I have a lot of pressure, so I have to get that. So if I have some doubts, will you clear that in this process?
And the Snowflake Partner Connect, we don't directly can connect, correct? I mean to say. I mean, if you have an account there, I think I also created account on the Snowflake community. Okay, it will be there. But have you completed the Snowflake full course session?
No, they have given one voucher for me to register on that.
Okay, but
So
they're not providing, I mean, from the
345.
from the Snowflake side, they're not providing full course. Okay. I mean, topics, if you want, we can go through any YouTube like that, but full-fledged complete course, including lab session. Okay, let's see how you'll practice in this one is for 1 hour class. First 10-15 minutes, we'll discuss the theory. Then remaining 40 minutes, we'll practice the lab session. Whatever topics we have discussed, we'll log into Snowflake account. Okay, all of you guys will create free to Snowflake account. There we will log in. Okay, then you have to practice that topic what we have discussed there. We can have a sample data. We'll write SQL queries there. If any error comes up, how you can debug that error. Okay, all these details we will do every day at least 35 to 40 minutes of lab session.
Okay.
So that you will be much familiar with the Snowflake topics.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I need to run. So yeah, thanks for your time. I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Thank you. Any other questions? Okay, if no questions are there, we'll catch up on Monday. Okay, so regular classes we can start on Monday.
Yeah, thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, thank you. If you have any questions, let me know. I can able to provide answers.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thanks for joining. Bye.